This is our very first session doing this, and full disclaimer, I've never DM'd before, so be patient with me as we go along. This is going to be a new experience for a lot of us. So, some of us have never played before, some of us has played all of a session. One.
One time.
So,
I killed a goblin, okay?
Oh,
you
good
did
job.
kill a goblin.
I killed a goblin. I threw a fireball so fucking hard at it.
And for that, we're very proud.
Firebolt.
I've fireball, firebolt.
There's a big difference.
When I'm telling the story, it doesn't make a difference, okay? I threw the
big.
I threw the biggest fire something I could at it.
Fire something. Well, just so y'all know, session 1, there's going to be a lot more exposition in this one. There's a lot of setup, and it's going to be slightly more hand-holdy, and then I will release you into this world to see what you make of it, for which I'm very excited. So, I do beg a little bit of your patience as we get this set up. This is going to be a lot more story-driven than we're going down into the dungeon sort of a story, which you can probably tell from some of the things we've talked about so far. Everyone should have their own a little bit of backstory and information about the city as we're going in. One thing to remember is player knowledge versus character knowledge. You're going to hear some things in the beginning that you, as your human, know that your character does not. So there's at times that can be hard to separate. But if you can, remember, you have to wait until someone else talks to you about some of this stuff. If that makes sense. Does anyone have any questions before we get started?
Yeah, I have like a bunch of things.
Yeah, I do too. It's everywhere.
It's all over the place.
I'm just a player.
We're also... I won't send it to you immediately until we get into combat. We're trying out something called Owlbear Radio. I should just be able to drop the link in chat, and you should be able to drop in for combat, just so you can know where your character is. So we're going to play with this a little bit, and I'll do a quick walkthrough when we get to that, but that's going to come a little bit later.
Cool.
All right. Keep in mind, we're all figuring this out as we go along. Are we ready?
Yes.
Red eye.
Then here we go. Traditions. In this world, as in so many, traditions are rules that became memory given purpose. And yet, the shape of the original reason lingers. And no place demonstrates this more than Velastra, the city of masks. Famous across the land for its strange customs, the Festival of Masks draws travelers from every corner of the continent and beyond. A place of culture, industry, and knowledge with one rule above all. Everyone wears a mask in public. No one remembers where this began, and no one dares to break it. Velastra is a sprawling city, nearly the size of a capital, half of the city beneath the shadow of the sea cliffs, ancient magic holding the stones fast against time. Below, the docks are packed, sails furled, merchants shouting, lines of cargo snaking through the streets. Music drifts from the squares, and voices hawk wares beneath fluttering banners. And in the darkened alleys, deals are struck where the enforcer's gazes cannot reach. Now, the Festival of Masks has dawned once more. A week-long celebration of food, art, music, and trade. The entire city is dressed for the occasion. Banners waving, streamers coiling, and masks swaying from windows and lampposts. Velastra is alive with color, with hunger, and with secrets. This year, though, there's a current beneath the revelry. A hum, a breathless tension that no one names, but all seem to feel. It's the perfect time for trade, both virtuous and otherwise. And so, we begin. We find ourselves down at the docks, where the city of Velastra shifts its skin. Up in the festival squares, banners and bright song, but here, the air is salt-stung and heavy with tar. The tide surges against the warped piers, gull cries slice through the noise of haggling voices and the groan of laden hulls. Masks drift through the crowds, merchant captains in polished wood and brass. Rough salted crewmen in battered iron, painted jesters hawking wares beneath faded canopies. And through it all, a figure strides with purpose. A sea elf in sailor's garb, boots striking wood, worn slick with years of trade and darker dealings, toward a grizzled man leaning against stone, his beard bristling beneath a mask of scarred wood and rusted iron. Hunter, please introduce your character.
All right. Well, my character's name is he's a sea elf, as you can probably tell. I'm not the grizzled old man. My character's name is Varion Tideborn, and I am the captain of the Storm Coil. What all do you want me to let them know? Like all my backstory, everything that I want them to know?
Whatever you would like to say. However much you want to share is fine. If that's all you want to say, then that's totally fine.
Okay. So I was born under the ocean. Obviously, I'm a sea elf, so I was born under the ocean. My parents were nobility, but I didn't want to do that. I didn't like the pampered lifestyle, and I yearned to spread my wings, so to speak. So I left the marbled halls of my parents' home, and I struck a deal with the air breathers, as they call them, and I joined a crew of a ship, the Storm Coil. Just so happens to be a nefarious crew, maybe, with some fun dealings all around these worlds. But through, let's say, certain turns of events, I'm now the captain of that ship. So I know, help me say it, Velastra. I know Velastra very well. I kind of hang out at the docks quite a bit when I'm in town. I come and go as I please, kind of. But yeah, that's me. That's my character. My name is Varian.
All right, Varian. So the docks are busier than usual, the kind of bustle that only an event like this can bring, and your ship had to be anchored offshore to make room for all of the others. So you have skiffs that are bringing in the goods that your crew and hired hands are taking to the docks. And the air smells of salt and fish and tar and festival spices. There's masks bobbing through the crowd, bright lacquered smiles and dull workman iron, cheap keepsakes. You make your way through the crowd looking for the man that matters, the man who knows this city and who knows you. Garrig Strom, the unofficial leader of the docks, and by way, the dockward rings. He leans against a brick wall and he nods as you stroll up, a gold ring glinting in his ear and his mask rough and weathered. He says, "Well met, Captain Varian. Your Storm Coil's a good ship. Glad you came in clean. Not everyone does these days. Festival brings good coin and bad cargo. Expect you'll be headed to the market."
Garrett, you old sly dog. How long has it been? 3, 4 months since I've seen you last?
It's been quite a bit. I expect you've been busy these days.
Well, busy as busy does, but a good pirate never tells his tales. So, please tell me. I'm rather thirsty, and there's too many places to get a drink all of a sudden. Oh, do you suggest any place to go?
Well, it depends what kind of experience you're looking for. I know you know the docks as well as any does. We do have, of course, our favorite place around here.
Mm-hmm.
The Rusted Wake. But I know you're also wanting to be hawking your merchandise. So you can always head your way up to the square where you have the Mask and Melody. So I would say it's your call. Though I wanted to ask, have you brought any news with you? The way things have been changing lately.
Sorry, I'm reading through everything.
You're good.
Nope, I'm not.
If not,
this is a hold, please.
Yeah. There was a lot to read and a lot to remember.
Yeah, there's a lot. As you're thinking through, Garrig also leans closer to you and kind of murmurs, "The golden sharks have been swimming in our waters. Golden Bine's got new backers, foreign coin, old names don't mean much when new gold's on the table."
I guess I need to make my way to the market and see what kind of things I can get off my out of my chests, so to speak.
Ah. So you're starting to walk away from here?
Yes, I will. I will turn and make my way towards the
Before
main market.
before you go, he calls you back over. Varian, hey, keep an eye out, will you? We found a mask floating in the water at dawn. No body, but there was still the face fused to it. I
Um,
think the enforcers covered it up.
j- just a face, no
Aye,
body attached.
no body. It got taken away before we could see much more.
Did you see the
So
mask?
it was made of wood. We're thinking one of the captains, but that is all I know.
Okay. Well, I will keep my wits about me. Thank you, Garrick. As always, you are a true friend whenever I'm in town.
Safe seas, my friend.
And to you.
So as you walk, I want you to roll perception. So roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Let's see. It's a 13. And my perception's a +1, so a 14.
Perfect. So as you walk, you see a skiff that is offloading dried fruit and bolts of silk. But it's not that draws your eye. There's a woman helping to unload it, and she either doesn't see you or she prefers not to, but you recognize her. So I'm going to have you do a second roll. I want you to roll
Oh.
history for me.
Roll a history check. Let's see. History. Okay. It's a big whopping 2 with a +2, so that's a 4. I might be
So you
nipping.
recognize her, but you can't remember from where.
This is literally me in real life. I can see faces and I'm like, I know you from somewhere. Okay.
So what would you like to do with that?
You know what? I'm gonna go take a look at her wares. I'm gonna go take well,
Okay.
not her wares, but maybe go see if I can sneak a peek at what is it just fruit or so I'll kind of maybe
Sorry.
not sneakily make my way over,
Okay.
but not like
So kind of perusing over there.
yeah, just perusing over,
So-
not making much of a scene.
Okay, so she's got a very basic, cheap dock mask on. She's moving crates, just doing work. And you get this feeling like she's not supposed to be here. Still can't remember why, but she's just working.
Ooh, this is fun. What do I do? Can I take like a sneaky glance over her shoulder? Where am I? Am I in front of her, behind her?
So you're probably walking and she's over on the left, kind of on the docks, unloading one of these skiffs.
Okay.
So her back's not entirely to you. You probably see the side of her face as she's unloading. And
Okay.
you can't quite tell if she knows you're there or not.
Okay. Can I do like maybe a perception check now that I'm closer to see if I notice anything in the like off the skiff, like what's coming off?
Yeah, you can roll perception.
Okay. What was my perception? +1. Oh boy, I am rolling great. That's a 2. I'm officially
Just-
blind.
Looks like crates of fruit and silk.
Crates of
Do
fruit.
you approach her or do you just let it pass by?
Yeah, I'll approach. Shoot, why not?
So she looks up at you and you see the flicker of recognition. She knows you. And she
Good.
goes, Captain.
Well, hello, my dear. Hi. Such a long time since I've seen you.
He just said, "Hey, you."
You know, sometimes when you're this is I hope you guys realize I'm playing this character as I would play it in real life. This is just me. Hey,
So-
you.
How you doing?
So she looks at you and she goes, a little bit taken aback that you seem so cool with the fact she's here. She's like,
I mean,
"It's
hey,
been a while,
you.
Varian."
It has.
Tell me.
How long has it been? 6 months, a year.
So she realizes you can't quite place her.
Perfect. Good.
And she goes, Anara Velshin, and you remember. She is one of the Storm Warden lieutenants, which you would know are a naval enforcement and salvage authority. So kind of like Coast Guard mercenary weather response kind of people.
Probably somebody I don't want to be talking with.
Well, last you'd heard, she'd got arrested for smuggling silver glass and should be rotting in a cell. And yet she's here.
Actually, we do like this. Long time
looking at you pretty warily.
Long time no see, my dear, but the last thing I heard, you were rotting at the bottom of a cell. Please do tell, how are you here?
She looks up at you and goes, I got lucky, or unlucky, depends on how you look at who paid the fines.
Oh, okay. It's a little run-in with the higher-ups, eh? Who paid off your fines there? Those old golden sharks, eh?
She doesn't answer at first. She just looks at you for a little bit too long, like she's trying to weigh whether she wants to lie, deflect the truth, or damn herself and tell you. So roll a d20 for me.
That's a 5. I'm throwing this one to the side.
So she looks at you and then quiet with flat tone says, that's worth more than my life than to tell you. And I'd like to keep breathing, so even if it's through someone else's leash.
Listen, I can't blame you. I've been at the bottom of a cell myself. I didn't have somebody pay for me to get out. You know these fingers. I can get past any lock. But interesting. So what are we unloading? What are we selling? Anything good? Anything fun? Anything I might be interested in?
For the moment, I'd say we're pretty clean. But a warning to you. Velastra's full of ghosts this week. You might want to be careful where you look, Captain.
My dear, I'm the captain of the Storm Coil. Ghosts do not bother me.
Well, if you're smart, you'll keep your eyes on the square, she says, before turning her back to you and continuing her work.
Can I try and steal something? Steal a piece of fruit out of her box?
Already.
Go for it.
That's a natural 20.
She doesn't notice whatsoever.
With a +4 to sleight of hand, so 24.
So she absolutely doesn't see it. You can take whichever piece of fruit you like.
The most enticing looking one, or the most exotic looking one. Let's do that.
All right, so you got a fruit. It is an exotic fruit, probably from the south, and I would say worth at least a gold piece. So it's a nice fruit.
Listen, I always like a shiny gold piece. So I guess I'm going to say my goodbyes to her and maybe head towards the square.
All right, so you are headed towards the square. We go next. Through the winding roads, a city of circles and countless turns, the streets near the spire of the Viridium Order. The festival noise is louder here, and confusing for a newcomer. Banners flap, mask sellers shout, and strange street performers blur the edges of real and ritual. A tiefling walks through the winding streets of Velastra, city of masks, memory, and silence where she'd hoped to find truth. But truth does not come easy here. The Viridium Order had answered questions with polite words and closed doors. No guidance, no explanation, only cold glances from masked archivists who seemed to look straight through you. Now, the streets press close, banners, colors, and noise. Too much too soon. But somewhere beneath it all, the song of something broken calls to her still. Katie, please describe your character.
Hi, I'm Ophelia, and I am trying to get away from my people. Don't super trust anything or anybody, and trying to figure out why I'm here.
Fair. Did you want to describe what you look like by any chance?
Oh, yes, I have the best boots. anybody's ever seen. They are knee-high golden purple boots. I am kind of bluish purple skin tone. I have spirally horns. Um, and I don't know, it's a pretty cool outfit. Here, can I show my picture? Maybe
Of
it will
course.
show.
Which all of you have a custom mask as well, which is to your character, which you're
Yep.
welcome to share at this point
This one
now.
doesn't have my mask on, but look at those boots.
Ooh.
Best thing ever.
Do we want to
And
post our pictures like in the Discord too?
Yeah, you can post your pictures in
want?
the Discord.
Okay.
There's a character discussion one, which you can throw characters there if you'd like.
oh, very cool.
You are welcome
Okay.
to.
I think that's all I've got.
All right. So, for someone who is friends of Lyra, this joy to you feels off. As you're passing by one of the commemorative mask merchants, you hear a murmur. Another one went mad last night, said the mask screamed. So, roll perception to see if you can find who said that.
Okay. Aha, where is it?
Under your skills.
Yeah, I'm the old one on the group chat, so y'all are gonna have to be patient with me while I remember how to do all of this.
You're all right.
Pretty old.
I think I'm older than you.
You
Okay, perception.
That way, Ben. You're old as shit.
are.
16.
Fantastic. So you
Doing
do
better than
indeed-
Hunter.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20 on my sleight of hand. I could have gone to jail.
All right, so you do indeed catch who said it. From the corner at one of the booths, there is a grizzled fishwife in a patched garb who's leaning close to the younger vendor. So
A
you heard her
grizzled
say,
what?
fishwife. So she's
That's
married
what I thought you said.
to a dock worker. Yes, a fishwife. She's
Okay.
hawking fish.
Okay.
And you heard her
So-
say something about the mask.
Okay, so I'll go up to her and say, what made you say that? Why did you say that about the mask? What are you talking about?
You haven't heard, have you?
No.
Well, you see, it was a boy. No one I know will. But they say he tore at his face in the street, screaming fit to wake the dead, trying to get the mask off. They dragged him off, that's all I know. It's best not to speak of things on the festival week, though, girl. And she makes a wording gesture, which is a very old habit.
What do you mean by boy?
A boy,
Like
a
a
lad.
child?
Yes, a young one.
Hmm.
I've heard it's not the first it happened, but you've got to be careful speaking about these things, especially this close. And she nods towards the spire.
What are you so worried about?
Do you not know? The Order keeps things very, well, in order around here. You don't want to catch the Enforcer's eyes.
Okay. Hmm.
She seems very nervous and like she's glancing around, making sure no one else is listening as she talks to you.
Okay. Do you have any other useful information you could pass on, and then I will quit bothering you?
Well, that would depend what you mean by useful. About the city, about the situation, about people. I'm not sure what you mean, she says, kind of looking at you. If it's about the boy, you won't hear any more from me, not here.
Let's go with useful information about the order you speak of.
Oh, you've got to be a bit careful when you talk about the order. They're, they don't like it when you disturb the status quo.
So just act cool and act like you never saw anything. It's kind of the way things go around here.
Typically, it's best, especially for an outsider. She kind of nods,
All
and
right.
then she looks around and kind of starts gathering her things. Well,
Thanks for
you're
the
in the long
info.
lass. Best not to stick around. She kind of ducks away, a bit awkwardly. See. Now, roll perception again for me, if you would, please.
Okay. 6.
6. Seems just like a normal street. Lot of people, lot of noise. But she's booked it. So you're starting to wonder if she saw something.
So I'm going to look around and just kind of try to take note of, like, I guess masks, because I guess we're not seeing any faces at this point. Just try to make
Okay.
a mental note of what I'm seeing. So maybe if something pops up again, I might recognize it.
So you'll notice there's a very clear difference between people who are here as tourists. They usually have cheaper masks, something that's not as well made. And between people who live here daily, they seem a little more nicer, well fitted. But there's also a difference between ranks. So Viridium seem to have very nice masks. Anyone who's a little more on the rich side or one of the richer factions usually have gold in their mask, whereas people who are in the working factions have iron and wood and steel. But you're noticing you can also kind of tell class between the masks and residents as you're looking around.
Okay.
Roll perception again for me.
Boo. 4. I see nothing.
Not just me.
I jinxed myself by bragging earlier.
You did. All right. You will notice that generally there's a flow about how people move. You know, you start at one end of the city and it all seems to funnel towards the square, which is pretty common in something like this. This is where the main activity is. So even if you don't know the city that well, you can kind of see how the crowds are flowing and where people are going.
Okay. So
Alleyways are typically avoided.
I'm going to kind of go with the flow and just be observant and follow the crowd and see where that leads me.
All right. So as you start walking up the street, something tugs at your attention and you notice a flicker at the edge of the crowd. You spot a figure in Viridium Order robes. So you have met some of them before, so you know what their robes look like, that deep green, and it's kind of trimmed in an arcane thread. And their mask is a half silver and it's etched with glyphs. They're not a merchant and they're not here really to revel in the party. They're on a mission and they move with purpose, weaving through the festival goers and avoiding attention. No one else seems to notice them.
So I'm going to approach them and be like, hey, what are you doing? You
So
seem
you're
different.
following them.
Yep.
They seem to pause and look at you and be a little bit concerned that you even noticed them in the first place. And they said, I'm on order business. Surely, can I help you?
I mean, yeah, like, what does that mean? What is order business?
And they scoff at you like, order business. It is not any concern of our citizens or of tourists what the order accomplishes.
Cool. So you're going to be
You would,
super helpful today.
if you would so like, please enjoy the festival. They very much look at you like you are like pond scum. They have no interest in you, especially roll another or insight. Roll insight for me
Okay.
on this.
I thought you were about to say roll initiative. I was like, God
No, no,
dang,
no.
they don't like
No,
you
no,
at all.
no.
13.
13. They don't like you. And you can't tell if it's because you're a tiefling, or if it's your mask, or if they seem to know something about you. But they are not quite hostile, but they don't like you. And you've just met them, which strange.
Yeah.
So he's basically being like, shoo, go on with your life.
Okay.
He's on a mission. You just stopped him, and he very much wants to get back to what he was doing.
I think I'll step aside, but I'm gonna watch and kind of see where he's going and what he does, and
So,
continue on my path, but keep an eye out.
all right. So he seems to wait a second, and then seems to believe he's once again disappeared from your notice. So doesn't think that you are watching him as he passes behind one of the silk draped booths towards a crumbling wall between two shops, and you watch as one of his fingers brushes over the stone in like a sigil motion. The brick opens like a door. He steps through and it closes behind him.
I'm gonna look around and see if anybody else saw that, and then I'm gonna kind of make my way over there to see where he just went.
No one seemed to notice. The fact you stopped him, no one even noticed that you were talking to him. So you
So
go
I'm
over
gonna go.
to the
Yep.
brick wall.
Yep.
What would you like to do at the brick wall?
I'm gonna inspect it.
Inspect it?
Yep. See if I can
So
see anything.
So the first one, I'm going to help you a little. You have two options. You can do an investigate, which is going to be more physical. You can do an arcana, which is going to be magic.
Okay.
You can do both.
I'm gonna do an arcana.
All right. So roll a d20. Roll arcana check for me.
Oh my god. 10. Not
10.
terrible, but
At a 10, you can see that there is a sigil that's not physical. You can only detect it through magic. And all you can tell is that it is not divine magic. It is something that is viridium of origin. They have their own brand of magic.
okay. Um. Hmm.
Anything
Hold,
else you want to
please.
do?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out like if I can like inspect it further, see if there's any way I can make it do anything. Um.
I would say with Arcana, that's probably going to be the limit of magic that you can do it.
Okay.
You can try to do an investigation and see if you can find the cracks of the door or see what you can find.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do an investigation. 16.
You inspect the wall. You do not find a single crack. It just looks like a wall. It's solid. It acts like brick.
Okay. So I'm going to make a mental note of what just happened. Look around, see if anybody's seen me, and mosey out and continue to follow the crowd. Why are y'all laughing? What did I do?
Nothing. It's just the way
nothing.
he was
You did
like,
nothing.
You can't see me.
Oh,
Disappeared.
so
You
John
can't see
Cena.
me.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you step out, there is a trio of enforcers that step into your path.
Oh,
They are in cold, armored, and masked. So they have a crimson and iron insignia of the Viridium Spire watch on their chest plate. And the enforcer, who is a broad-shouldered and his mask is pitted and warm, looks you over and he says, "It's a new face in the wrong place. You need to move along. We've got no time for foreign troublemakers chasing shadows. The order has eyes everywhere, little sorcerer. You do well to remember that."
Oh my god, CTFD. I just got lost and I thought I saw something, like, I just don't know where I'm going, just chill.
His eyes narrow at you like he doesn't quite believe that. And he leans forward and says, "You best be moving along, unless you'd rather visit the cells. They got enough room beneath the spire," and points towards the square.
I mean, while a sail does sound comfortable at the moment, I'm a little tired. I've been walking for a while. I guess I'll just get out of your way. So whatever. And walk down towards the square.
All right, and they just
She's sassy.
you walk along.
I like it.
All right. We go next to a crowded street in the north, the edge of the cliff's shadow. Here, the festival is a rot of forced merriment, of revelry, of noise, so much damn noise. The wrong kind of screams, the bright kind, the laughing kind. The air thick with perfume, sweat, and wine, and even through closed eyes, the world is too bright. Beneath it all, nothing. No proper rites, no blood given meaning, no death honored. Only the hollow beat of masks striking in a shallow dance. The crowd seems to part around her, a draconic tiefling, as she stalks through, unseeing, but not the one who is lost. Ingrid, please describe your character.
Wow. Okay. How in depth can I go in like her background?
However much you want to share.
Okay. Would their characters wouldn't know, right? This is just like
Right. This
Okay.
is what you want them to know about you.
okay. I'll send in the character discussion how my character looks. But basically she's of royal blood. Their whole shtick is death, and sacrifices. Um, they worship a mischief goddess. Uh, they do everything in her name. When she was at a young age, at 14, she had a spiritual visitation of this goddess, basically sharing her body with this goddess. And from that moment forward, they would host festivals in the goddess names and either have fights to the death, hunts, and she would basically, in a way, eat it, consume their bodies and souls. She is blind when the sun is out. Her eyes are purely white, almost kind of like the moon. She has heightened senses that allow her to see through sound, enabling her to navigate, track her enemies, and sometimes predict certain movements. When she can't see at night, she's able to see a little bit better, but it's still like echolocation is her thing. Um, she is purple. She has a long curly hair, kind of like Merida, but a little bit longer. She has the brand of her goddess on her forearm on the left side. That's it.
All right. So, for you, this festival feels all kinds of wrong. It is not the festival you are used to. So, for you, the directions were sparse but precise. The bone lanterns had sent a whisper, but not a welcome. Find the rusted arch, 3 turns past the forgotten shop, down into the dark. And now, past the edge of the revelry, the city has shifted. The painted smiles fade, and the press of bodies thins. The stones are colder beneath your feet, slower and older, watching feeling. Ahead, a stairway falls away into shadow with no lamps, no torches, and no eager festival glow. The last flicker of light dies behind you, and click. Your mask's eyes snap open.
Maybe.
Now, at the end of the stair, a figure waits, in pale robes streaked with bone ash and ink. It's one of the bone lanterns. Their mask is a lattice of thin vertebrae and quill feathers. They don't say anything at first. It's only that shuffle of feet on stone as they kind of slowly circle and watch you. And then they go, "It opens. Curious." And then they look at you, realizing that they've just been looking at your mask the whole time. The Pale One does not meet with guests directly. You must speak with me first, they say.
What is it that you want to know?
No, not quite no. You see, you were not summoned, but you are watched. The bones stir when such marks enter the city, and they point at your arm, as if they know what mark is on your arm. You see, death runs wrong here, and that is what matters.
I'm. hmm, I don't know what you're talking about.
You see, we've had bodies lost and returned changed. The rites fail and memory slips. Unrest stirs. And this festival is no shield, it's a veil, and a thin one at that. Death runs wrong, it says again. Which is the reason they sent you that letter in the first place, because you of all people would know how death should run.
What is it? What is my job to be done here in the city?
To find why. The Pale One must find why. You know the Pale One as the leader of the Bone Lanterns, the one who sent you the letter in the first place.
Okay.
You say many eyes turn from the truth, but the masks don't let death out. Go where the noise is loudest, because tonight some will dance a new tune. We will speak again, if you're wise or foolish enough to return. But listen to the cracks in merriment and find where the silence lies. They're wildly unhelpful.
Okay. I'll stay quiet and I'll start heading to the main square.
As you walk, you notice just outside of the sphere of the Bone Lantern area, there's a figure leaning against a side passage. They're tall and they're silhouetted, which you could probably sense them. Now, you won't see this, but their mask is a matte black and it's shaped like a blank face. He is looking at you and it says, "Strange to see one like you crawling through dead places. Even the Bone Lanterns didn't shut the door behind you." He doesn't seem terribly friendly.
I just stare straight ahead, not at him, but straight ahead since I can't really see and I don't really care to look at him. And I reply with, um, I have a job that needs to be done.
Roll perception for me.
Oh, wow. I got an 8.
There we got
you
an 8.
go.
Okay.
Yes.
So generally, you get the sense that he's just trying to fill you out. That's about all you can get out of that. But he's looking at you and he's going, not that you can see, but he's looking at you and he goes, "You cross lines you don't even see, and one day you're going to trip over one that bites back."
Get out of my way.
He laughs. He thought that was funny. And he leans forward, amused. He says, "Know this. You're being tolerated. Not trusted. Not welcomed. Tolerated. Don't mistake quiet for safety.
I reply with, the feeling is mutual, and I walk past him.
All right.
Ooh.
With that, he watches you walk past and then he straightens, slipping back into the shadows. As you pass, you realize there's about 9 more people watching you. But they let you go. You continue on your way. All right. Are you continuing on your way?
Yes, yes.
The finger.
All right. All right. We slip further
She can't
into
see
the
them,
veil.
so it's not even looking at them.
Yeah, just like
Just in general. All right, we slip further into the veiled backstreets of the Nightroot territory, where darkness meets the sea of Dockward 6, where oil-slick waters and barnacled stone, and most crates pass unseen by record or law. Here run quiet deals during festival week, subtle, sharp, and well paid. For some, this is the most lucrative time of the year. Among the rusted freight rails and stacked cargo, a figure in layered traveling garb finishes securing a case with padded clasps, with smooth, practiced motions. Her contact stands nearby, half lit in the green glow of a sputtering lantern. Lauren, please introduce your character.
Her name is Vale. Nobody here will know her real name. She keeps it hidden. She's very quiet and secluded. She's from this town. Oh, where's my sheet? So she grew up here, started as a street thief, and she knows a little bit about all the factions and the underworkings of this town. But she has black hair with a white strip, one green eye, and one silver eye.
All right. Good.
Yep.
All right. So you had been doing a job for the Black Bloom, and your contact, Laz Saren, stands nearby, nervous as ever, but sharp. And he looks at you. Clean work as always. Package got where it needed to be. No follow-up jobs for now. The orders say to stay flexible. We're off pattern this week. You know, this is not unheard of, but it's kind of strange. In a week like this, where the Bloom would have plenty of work to do, usually they give you another job right away.
Okay. Is something going on?
And he kind of looks at you. Orders came down sealed. Nothing scheduled, just stay available. That usually means someone is reshuffling the deck. Kind of gives you a significant look.
Fine. So what do you want me to do now?
Well, I know coin's tight. Listen, if you're staying active, bring this to Merritt near Candlecross, and he hands you a sealed coin pouch. Routine drop. She's been twitchy ever since the last Bloom drop went bad. Just be careful. You know how she can be with strangers.
Works for me.
All right, he gives you a 2-finger flick, which is an old Bloom sign for low heat. So, pretty safe area for the moment, and he disappears into the alley fog quickly. So, where do you head next?
I have to
Or
drop
what
off
do you
that
do
thing,
next?
right?
So, you're going to head for Merritt's?
Yep.
All right, so Merritt's shop sits tucked behind a curtain of bead and threadbare festival garlands. It should be open. It usually is during the festival, and it is, but barely. She's behind the counter in a wax mask, hunched over a ledger that looks like she hasn't touched it, and her sleeves are rolled up to her elbow. And she looks up, sees you, and freezes.
Hey, Merritt.
You shouldn't be here. Do you know how dangerous this is? No new manifest, no drop chain. Nobody's cleared Candlecross in 3 days. What are you doing here?
Calm down. Laz sent me.
Laz sent you?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I toss her the bag.
She takes it and says, Laz is a fool, or he's already tagged. She opens the pouch with her thumb, looks in, and blanches, going pale, before shoving it back at you. I am not touching that, and you should not be either, she says. What do you do?
Can I look in the bag?
Mm-hmm. So inside the bag is a single coin. It's polished silver. One side has a black bloom seal on it. It doesn't seem out of place, and yet it feels strange. So, do you want to look at more closely?
Yes.
All right. Roll either Arcana or Insight. Either one, whichever's higher might be a good one. Whatever you have a better plus on.
Insight has +4.
So roll
Do I just
Insight
click
for
the
me.
+4?
Yeah, that should do it.
10. +4, 14.
So, perfect. So the moment you see it in full light, it clicks. That's not bloom work. That is an order cast sigil etching. It's subtle and it's arcane, and it's masked beneath a fake bloom symbol. It is a trace rune, and you've seen it before. It is used by the Viridian Order to mark items and track arcane signatures through the city. So the second you pull it out and are looking at it, Merritt looks at it and goes, That's not ours. That's Viridium. You brought a beacon into my shop. And she starts gathering all of her things as quickly as she can.
Well, shit.
So she looks at you and says, Get rid of it, and books it out the back door, leaving you alone in her shop, completely open.
What all's in her shop?
Spoken like a true rogue. I love it. What can I
So-
steal?
What will fit in my bag?
Honestly.
She Merritt's
Bag of
shop
holding already.
is mostly a front. She does backroom deals. They use her shop for drops, but she does have some spelled candles in here that all do different things.
I'm
Do
gonna
you want to take a
snag.
look?
Yes. We're snagging
So-
something.
Do a quick would it be investigation, maybe? To see if you can find something of worth.
Okay. Shit. Investigate. Got it. 10.
10. All right. All right. You get a dark blue candle. You don't know what it does. But you have a good idea. It's worth a lot because it is on one of the high shelves and has a 10 gold piece mark under it, like a label for 10 gold pieces. So worth a lot, dark blue candle.
Okay.
So
Into
you
my
take
bag.
that.
Yeah.
It's more than my
Alright.
fruit.
Well, you weren't in a shop.
Very true. Very true.
He had the hungries.
He had the munchies. All right, so from outside the shop, as you are perusing and stealing, you hear your name. Not
What name?
Vale, your name. And a voice saying, You seen her? Heard she'd been running for the bloom. Not shouted, not spoken, but like they already know where they're looking. And from the corner of your vision, you see the movement outside the front of the shop. So, do you try to go out front and confront them? Do you sneak out the back? The
No,
door
we're
for
going out
which
the back.
Merritt left through.
Oh, well.
Right.
She left out a different door.
Yeah, the back is where she left from. So that
Okay,
door is
yes.
also still open.
Then yes, that's where I'm going.
All right. So here the streets are very thin. There's not a lot of people and it's hard to blend in properly. But the crowd's up ahead, noisy, loud, and you know where they're headed. You know where they're always headed. But it's very easy to disappear in a crowd. So what would you like to do?
We're going to go hide in the crowd. It's the festival,
Go hide in
so
the crowd.
easy to move.
All right. So you disappear into the crowd. Last but not least, we make our way to we make our way to the city square. The heart of the festival. Here, color and clamor dance in the rhythm of the city's pulse. Banners stretch like sails between the rooftops and lanterns bob in what is now dusk. The air is thick with the scent of honeyed almonds, citrus-spiced wine, and the unmistakable heat of too many bodies pressed together beneath velvet and glittering gold. At the very center of the square stands a large, very large statue. It is old marble, and the features are worn smooth with time. It's a forgotten goddess's face that's long since crumbled away, leaving just a blank curve of stone. Tonight, a cheap party mask has been tied over the absence, a grinning thing painted in pink and gold. Stalls line the square. Vendors shout over one another, hawking rose-glade skewers, memory thread bracelets, limited edition festival masks of questionable craftsmanship. A wooden stage rises against one side, wide and gleaming, flanked by silk banners marked with the sigil of the glittering thread. In the building behind the stage, once a theater, now a headquarters, an elf stands on the upper balcony just out of sight. Ben, please introduce your character.
All right. So I actually did something because I heard Lauren talking about this. So y'all could actually see. That is what my character looks like. It's got my name on the bottom. This is Solace Rain. I have a little story for him. I come from nowhere special. A forest village so small it doesn't even appear on most maps. I wasn't born to a noble house or trained in any grand conservatory. Just a name, a face, and a lute I barely knew even how to tune. But music was the only thing that ever made sense. I played in the quiet hours, I sang to the stars, I performed for the trees, wind, an occasional squirrel with decent taste. And one day, I walked into a bardic competition on a whim. Wearing boots I had repaired with string, carrying a borrowed instrument, and armed with nothing but a song I wrote by candlelight. That night, the world changed. They didn't even announce my name correctly. But by the time I stepped off stage, they were chanting it. Solace Rain.
Very nice. 1 second. All right. So you are currently upstairs.
Mhm.
You can kind of see the preparations going on below the stage, the last preparations, things being tied up. And nearby, there is a young performer, a human, one of the glittering thread. Her mask is painted, half purple, half gold. And she's nervously adjusting a ribbon nearby and catches sight of you, freezing, her eyes going wide. Solace Rain. God, I mean, hello, sir, you are incredible. I mean, your last performance, I cried twice.
Nice.
Hello.
She is
This is gonna
fully
give Ben
fangirling.
way too much ego. I can't.
Uh-uh.
Oh no.
Hell no.
So she is full on fangirling, very, very excited.
Okay.
She's a younger woman.
What performance did you go see?
The last time you were here in town, it's been oh gosh,
It's
a
been a
year,
while.
hasn't it
Yes,
been?
it's been about a year.
Oh,
Yes.
you're the reason I joined the Glittering Thread after I saw you perform. I was so inspired. You changed my life.
Well, and now you're here about to perform on stage.
Oh, but it won't even compare to yours. I could never.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
I mean, we'll just have to see. I'll make sure to pay attention.
She is dying. Absolutely dying. Thank you so much. And then she kind of pauses and lowers her voice and kind of looks around and says, just be careful tonight. Lady Tessa's eyes are warm and they don't blink. some of us are really glad you're here. Just not all of us say it out loud.
That's fine.
So
I've spent some time with Lady Tessa, and she's a good friend of mine.
as you're talking, her friend comes over, another one of the glittering thread, but their face is more unreadable behind the mask. Half of it is painted with a red smile, and the other half is very bare and jagged. And she wears a threadbare sash. She kind of strolls up and goes, "So, the golden-throated lark returns. Did your voice miss the city or just the applause?"
I just missed the city. It's one of my favorite places to perform every year.
I'm sure. She, not amused. Not excited. Contemptuous from what you can see in her eyes.
Can I
She kind of
roll
looks you up and down.
to see if I remember a name or
Yeah, you can roll to see if you remember a name.
history? I mean, I'm +0.
Yeah.
So. Nope. There's a 3.
No,
Starting strong.
Nice.
no, you don't know
Crushing
them.
it.
You can ask, but you don't know them. They're
Okay.
not ones you've met before, or at
Okay.
least were big enough to be invited to the parties.
Gotcha.
So she looks at you up and down like she's taking stock and says, "Tessa may dress you in silk and song, but underneath it all, you're still just singing someone else's memory." She looks at the other and goes, "Go. Sadine's looking for you." And Lizette, or her name's Lizette, she hesitates, gives you a quick look, like with a kind of apology, and then slips away. She's still standing there, looking at you. The other one.
I'm sorry I've offended you in some matter. But I don't think I know who you are.
Dara. My name is Dara. And the city doesn't need people like you. We don't need pretty lies wrapped in velvet. We need scars that don't heal.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm just
So she starts to turn away and says over her shoulder, "Don't trip over your own echo out there, Rain." And she walks away. From behind you, the ever impeccable Lady Tessa Merowyn steps forward to watch the preparations below. She's got that kind of poised elegance that would look effortless if it was not very clearly. Her mask is a very delicate filigree. It's got golden leaves threaded with strands of hair-fine glass. And it is very beautiful and very dangerous seeming. From below, you can hear chants of your name already form. Some of the thread some of them rolling their eyes. Solace Rain.
Okay.
Even in a city of masks, there are few who wear it as well as you. It's a gift and a danger, as I'm sure you know. She's very pleased to see you.
Lady Tessa, and I'm going to bow to her.
Oh my god.
She takes your hand and is like very gracious about it. "It's good to see you again, my friend."
Yes, it's been a while. I'm glad to be back in the city of Velastra.
And we are all the richer for it. The festival draws so many, and she looks over the crowd and kind of frowns as she sees someone on the edges. Some, I would prefer, stayed in the shadows where they belong.
I mean, this is the time of the whole city coming together. The one time a year.
Yes, I suppose, but there are always those who forget that the mask is meant to preserve harmony, not tear it apart. She's very confiding in you in this point. You feel like she trusts you a little bit saying this, or at least is giving that impression.
Then I'm definitely going to put on like a listening ear. You can't really see my face.
Do you
so
You respond to that, or are you just kind of nodding along?
yeah, like kind of like
"Oh."
I understand.
And then she, almost more to herself, forgetting she's talking to you. She's obviously very distracted with something. Just talking to herself. Some even seem to challenge the thread's hold on City's memory. I will not see Velastra's heart sacrificed to the underworld's games. And then she kind of shakes herself out of that and looks at you more pleasantly.
Is there anything you need my help with?
No, old friend, I think just your presence here is enough.
Okay.
And then the crowd starts to swell and she looks at you. Play well tonight, Solace Rain.
I will
Tonight,
do my best.
more than music, rides on the air. So, the final stage cues are called. The lights shift and the crowd's murmur swells. Thread performers part the curtain and you step forward into the square. The faceless statue looms behind the sea of masked faces below, and the chant rises, Solace, Solace, and then silence, expectant, as you take the stage. From the back, you can see that shining mask, half gold, half purple, of the fan in the back. How would you start your concert? And please roll a performance check for me.
Yes, performance
you do.
check.
Oh,
Holy smokes.
I hope that you just totally screw this up.
Well, I've explained this to Maggie a little bit on going how my character, why he gained fame in the music world of this is the best way to explain it is like the K-pop in the realm of, obviously it's not K-pop music. I'm not, but it's like, I'm not the normal bard sitting there strumming. Yeah, exactly. He comes up with his own music. It's new aged. It's not of this
You're a
realm.
hipster.
Yeah, it is not of this realm. It's upbeat, but also he could do
Elvis.
his other, he's Elvis. Yeah. So
Listen, keep your hips to yourself, okay?
Yeah.
So I would say that I would take the stage with one of my like most popular songs.
So
Possibly
opening it with a bang.
Open it with a bang.
Just a basic performance check to start.
Yep. I have a +5.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 12. I'm a little nervous.
All right. Roll a d20 for me.
That's a 9. Got to figure out a different dice.
Got old strings, my friend. Old strings.
So, from your first song, it's going. What did you run for performance?
A 12.
A 12? Decent. You know, you're getting accustomed to the stage. It's not your best yet, but it's not your worst either. But one of the merchants throws coins on the stage. They like the song. They're happy with that. So, as you play, music, as it turns out, is a perfect distraction. Some of you hear it first. This is to all of you. Some of you feel it. A low, unnatural thump beneath the music and the shouts of the festival, like a heartbeat thudding at the wrong time. And then an explosion tears through the square. A gout of black smoke rising in a spiraling column. The ground beneath your feet shudders. A deep, wrong vibration as if something beneath the stones itself has stirred. Screams shatter through the air. Solace, you were lucky if it could be called that. The post of your stage catches the worst of the blast and you find yourself shaken, ears ringing, sprawled by the curtain wall. The boards beneath you are cracked, but you are alive and relatively unharmed. But as you look up, you see the true cost. The crowd had been close. Too close. A sea of excitement, all to see you, turned into tragedy written on the stone. The kind that cannot be undone. And from where you lay, you can see a mass, half purple, half gold, split down the middle and leaking red onto the pavement.
Oh.
My heart.
Now,
Taking pyrotechnics
the rest of
a little
you
bit too far.
the rest of you have heard this. You were all heading towards the square. You heard it. You see smoke. What do?
I'm going to start running towards it.
Running towards it?
See if I can
Well,
help.
Yeah, same. I'll run towards it.
Running towards
Not
it.
to help, but just to see what's
Not
going on.
See what's going
Curiosity,
on.
yeah.
Curiosity.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay safe.
How far is the girl from me?
So you were on the stage. You're at the back of the stage. She was at the back of the crowd. So she's maybe 30-ish feet from you, I would say, roughly, something like that. So I'm assuming everyone is kind of going to see what the hell just happened.
I'm on my way, but I'm not running.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm
You're
going
probably
to
approaching more cautiously.
try something. And I'm going to
All right.
sing a little ditty.
Okay.
But I'm going to cast Healing Word on her and see if it
okay.
has any effect.
She is dead.
I did use a
So
slot for that.
as
So.
you
First
all
death.
arrive, where the faceless goddess once stood is only ruin. The plinth is shattered. The statue lies in jagged pieces, and near your feet, I would say, Varian, as you walk in, near your feet, the faceless head rests amid the rubble, and the cheap mask that was once tied to it is now gone. All around is chaos. Most of the crowd has fled in panic, and those that are left are sprawled on the ground. Their eyes wide and lifeless, and the masks broken. The air smells of ash, blood, and something colder. Now,
Older?
I'm going to send you colder. So this is the stage. These are stands. These are the people I'm about to introduce.
Fun.
Go this way. I'm just kidding.
So
Just free
this should
movements.
give you the ability.
And I think
There you go.
each square, because it should snap.
Yeah, it should snap. If you look really close, there's dotted lines to show you the squares, but it should snap if you move.
is
I'm not going to be
yeah.
a stickler for movement speed. Just stick roughly within.
There is
your
a grid
character's
snapping
movement speed.
sensitivity in the
There is.
settings bottom left corner. But I was going to just say each grid is 5 feet. Just to.
Yeah.
Mess this all up.
It's all right. We
All
all
right.
will.
So,
None of us know what we're doing.
as the smoke clears, 10 figures step out across the ruined square. They're all clad in black from head to toe, and they're not wearing masks. They are wearing sackcloth bags over their head with rough-cut eye holes pulled over their faces. One of them kicks a chunk of the shattered goddess statue across the stones and laughs. Another tosses a jagged piece up and catches it like he's playing with it. And the third, the one with a curved sword, on his shoulder, saunters to a battered fruit stand and grabs an apple, kind of pulls up his mask and takes a bite. So this one is the one with the curved sword.
Okay.
The big dudes, those are, we'll call them brutes. These two are ogres. These two are humans, or orcs, humans, and these two are dwarves. The little ones are all goblins. So, anything you want to say or do, you have a moment. They obviously, they're suspicious, to say the least.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I'm going to call out. Did y'all do this?
So the guy with the curved sword kind of looks at you and goes, "We ain't the ones who started it. Stone cracked
Question.
long before we touched it." Yes.
Do I know these people, like their group or anything?
You do not?
Okay.
So we didn't start it.
Where do I see like my move?
Is it you said we didn't start it and what? Sorry.
Yeah. He said, "We ain't the ones who started it. That stone cracked long before we ever touched it."
So what the hell? You just blew up a bunch of people for fun?
We ain't the ones who let him die. Ask your lords about it. He seems very nonchalant about the fact that this was a massacre.
At the fact that he said lords, I start looking for Lady Tessa. Just seeing if I notice a face in the crowd of bodies.
Yeah. No,
Nothing.
she's not there.
Okay.
So I'm kind of back here in this back corner.
Yes.
I'm about 30 feet from there. That's my movement speed. Can I try and sneak to the edge of the stage there without being seen?
Roll. Was that dexterity or is there a
Stealth.
Stealth.
There's a
stealth check.
stealth? Roll stealth just to see if they notice you moving.
I'm gonna try it in the thing. See if I'm any better on this.
This is your reaction period. So if you want to
Yeah.
set anything up, this is the chance you have.
Wow, that's not any better either.
So
The-
they
The dice here, the dice here. They're all bad.
they 100%. What did you roll?
He's just like creepy.
a 2 plus my
Yeah,
4
no,
is a 6. I got a 6.
The least sneaky. They 100% will clock you walking. These
What was it that you said? Like Emperor's
guys right
New
here.
Groove of Kronk?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm
all
gonna.
right.
Can I move to this one? I mean,
You can
Yeah.
move.
I'm just trying.
Does
to
anyone
see.
else want to take a first action?
I'm just gonna start walking kind of in front of the stage towards them. Like maybe move here in kind of a
Okay.
confrontational stance.
So you're feeling confrontational.
Yeah, I'm feeling pissed. A bunch of people just
Got
died.
it.
I'm
So I
pissed.
think I'm gonna be about right here.
Solace, what's up?
I was just waiting my turn, but I have something.
Okay.
So the guy with the curved sword is going to hear in his head a string of insults of how stupid he is and
Vicious
how
mockery.
dare he destroy this event and like
Okay.
yeah, and just every known bad word ever that I could call
In
him.
all languages.
So
Okay.
I need you to do a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Second. Mhm. I have to find what his wisdom is.
I hope it's small. But yeah, vicious mockery.
Okay.
I knew exactly what you were doing, you rascal.
Got a 7.
Okay, so he's going to take 1d6 of damage.
Oh Jesus, we're just getting into it.
He's going to
All right.
take 3 psychic damage, and he will now have disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes.
Nice. Stop doing that.
So
All right, please roll initiative.